All right. So welcome, everyone. My name is Fausto once again, and we are here to basically talk about how to trade stocks before and after an election. Been a lot of big things that are going on. Hopefully, everyone had the opportunity to hear the debates. You could see that, it could go both ways. And you know what? Anything could change last minute. So it does cause a lot of volatility in the market. Certain industries move pretty fast. We'll talk a little bit about that, and I'll show you exactly how we kind of trade it. Before we do that, just quick little disclaimer. I'm not making any guarantees or promises that works for anyone. There's no, this is basically just strictly educational purposes. And, it does vary student to student, but I do recommend that and let you know it's a high risk in trading. So please be very careful and be very wise before you make your trade in the market, because you can lose a lot of money, if not all of it. Now, here's a couple of things we're going to be covering today. We'll talk about the president election. We'll see how that's going to work out. Stocks that are moving great in today's sectors that would trade due to different political parties. We'll talk about what's going to drive these stocks, which is where things get a lot more attractive, the highs and lows. We'll talk about entries and exits, because you got to know where to get in and out of it, and the top 5 tips to trade in any market condition. So, because remember, it's just not the market in general, as in what's happened to presidential election. There's always something that is moving all the time in the market. Now, let's go to the live markets and let's see what's going on. Let's do some trading right here, and let's get into the fun part of it, right? What would you say? So let me bring this up over here. Let me show what we got going on here. All right. So there was a couple of nice little moves today. Did anyone see the Tesla trade? Just give me a quick yes or no. Anyone saw Tesla or how it moved pretty nicely today? No one here saw Tesla. Jan, you didn't see it. Okay. Anybody else? Nuka, you saw it? Okay. I am just going to go to my web's YouTube channel. All right. That's it. Only 3 people have been here. Come on, Janny, what about you? Did you see a call? Did anyone see? I mean, this stock has been on such a great run up. Just less than a week ago, it was at 173. It's up almost 50 points. 50 points. Well, listen, I posted a YouTube channel. Just I don't know if you guys are subscribed to it, but I just posted a video right here. I want you guys to watch it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Okay. So listen very carefully to this video that I just posted about less than an hour ago. And sure enough, today made a big pop. Let me show you how that happened. Back on June 26th, we noticed some activity and we started posting it up as our top watch list. On the 26th, the stock was trading at 186, and that's when they had that big pop early in the morning. Notice it started going up $5 every single day, but going up very nice and slowly. You can see here on the 26th how it kept going up, 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 up. Then all of a sudden, big news came out in pre-market. Tesla came out and said that they basically delivered more cars than they made. So far, a little bit more than an hour opened up. There's the pop in pre-market, and look at it so far when market opened up 220 all the way to almost 230. Tesla had this 260,000 share seller got executed. How do we know that? Look at the big green ball. Now that we passed that 230 of a 300,000 share seller, the next biggest iceberg order is sitting there at 250. Do we hold until 250? Well, there's only way to find out. It's all about seeing if that order gets filled. So right there, fellow traders, what I want to show you, what I was showing you at that moment of time is right here. So here is Tesla at where it's trading at. So you could see, hold on 1 second. Let me fix something here. Something a little bit there. Let me bring something else. Hold on. So here's the intraday on Tesla. Now you could see, let me draw a trend line right here. And you could see here is the 230. And you could see it right here. It's been having a very, very difficult time up until about 1030. And it does not want to break 230. Now, the reason why that is because of this reason. Here's a big seller right here. Hold on 1 second. Let me clear this out. Clear all drawings. And let me get this up here. There we go. All right. So here you can see Tesla. From 230, you got this big orange line. And you see right there, fellow traders, that's what I want you to focus on. See right here at 230, right here. there's about a 250,000 share seller out there. All right. And not only that, but a little bit above that, about another 100,000 and so on. So that 230, that order right here, just to let you know, when it was at 1030, there was about 500,000 shares being sold. He got executed, and then a person came out again and sold more. All right. And, and that's what you have to look at it. How do stocks go up and go down in today's markets? Buyers and sellers. So looking at Tesla, you could see how that stock got a big push right there. And then all of a sudden, let me just trick this out right here. Now what you have over here at 250 is what I'm talking about right there. There's your next biggest seller. So you could see all these orders, 100,000, 123,000, and the 250,000. So being a good trader, you have to know where the orders. Now, to save everybody's time here, okay, and if you don't want to stick around for the next 30 minutes, how to learn how to do this, if you do not believe in supply and demand, then you're in the wrong place, okay? So I'm going to explain to you, how do I know this? I'm going to teach you how to find it. And I'm going to invite all of you guys to come and teach you how to get it. Now, if anyone here would like to get let me just put my email address here. If anybody here would like to get a demo of what level 3 and level 4 is, I want you to take my email address right now. I just posted in the chat, copy it, and basically just send me an email saying, hey, how do I find these buyers and sellers? That's all you need to do right now. Now, for everyone else here, you're still not convinced? Well, now let's go through here. Let's go through the PowerPoint, and let me show you exactly how to trade these big markets. Now, the main goal is not just to see basically Tesla, because right now it's 4th of July weekend coming up. Market's going to be open up a half a day yesterday, so things are kind of slow, and that's realistically been one of the very few stocks that have only been moving. There have been a couple other stocks moving. I'll talk a little bit about them, but today's like more like the last action day when we're going to have something going on. But the thing is this: the big news is what happened last week. We had the debate. We heard what we saw what happened with Biden. We saw what happened with Trump. Now the question is it the industries are going to be moving because of it? Because now it's showing that President Trump is leading. And the big thing you have to look at is this: should traders consider their political beliefs when they select a stock? Okay. And the answer is no. All right. Because we are the same party as traders, right? We're here to trade. And regardless, depending on the political party that gets in office, obviously, one is going to favor one versus the other. And you just got to know exactly how to trade those different markets. And this is why a lot of us will disagree, on the political belief. But this is the reason why 90% of traders fail in today's markets. Because you might go out there, you might look at a stock and might say, you know what? I just went to that store. I really like it. You know what I mean? Bed Bath & Beyond. It was such a great store. I go there every week. Why would it go out of business? Okay. I was such a big supporter, and I thought the stock was cheap and I bought it. Doesn't work that way. John Hull, you said the same thing. Same thing with Nike. And we'll look at Nike, John. You look at it like, I'm such a huge Nike fan. Okay. And I always supported Nike. Why would it go down? Why is it doing what is pushing it? I thought it's the biggest and best, most famous brand out there. Listen, they got into a little muddy water in their political beliefs too. But are you going to take it personal? Okay. So the thing is, you got to know where to get in and where to get out. And you are going into a very big year that only happens 4 times a year. In a political environment, to kind of see what industries are going to move. So that's why we're here today. We're basically here to know exactly how to trade today's markets and how some of these stocks that are reacting to what's happening, who's leading in the polls and who's not leading in the polls, and then what happens going up to election day. So the thing is this, you can't miss out on the greens and reds. Okay. That's basically it. Greens are where the buying opportunities, reds are the selling opportunities. So, and if you don't follow those orders, that's how 90% of the people fail in today's markets. And I really don't want any of you to be part of that 90% failure rate. So listen, I've been doing this for over 30 years. I have survived not only elections, but I survived the internet bubble, Hurricane Sandy, the financial crisis. Some of you may be new here and maybe survived COVID, or maybe just trying to get involved now. And the way you survive is you follow the big orders, just like I showed you on Tesla. Now, let me explain to you a little bit about how I do that. Now, my name, once again, is Fausto Pugliese. I'm the founder of Cybertrade University. We have trained hundreds of thousands of people around the world. We have thousands of traders that are in our trading room, and I'm going to invite all of you in there. Let me just show you really quick. Just give you an idea. Here's basically our trading room, and I'm going to invite all of you after we're done today to come in there. These are all our instructors on the left-hand side. These are all our traders on the left. Right here in the middle is our chat room, which is where we're talking about news. We're talking about what's moving. We have an alert service, and we're showing you what's moving, and we're doing live audio broadcast. Now, if anyone here would like to get into that room after we speak, all you need to do, once again, is take my email address and just say, I'm going to pop up my email, Fausto, and just say, chat room or anything you like to say, hi, Fausto, like to get in your room, whatever it may be, and just hit send. All right. So while some of you are actually doing that right now, let me explain to you a little bit about the history about who I am and why you need to listen what I'm about to explain to you. Now, I've been a 12-time champion. I went up against all the schools in every school that I wanted to compete against with me, and I beat every single one of them. Why is that? Because I was a market maker. I live here in New York. It's the financial capital of the world. I'm also the author of the book of how to beat market makers at their own game. Now, what is a market maker? They're basically traders that work at a brokerage firm. I was one of them. And what you're about to learn is this. You're not going to beat them, but you could join them. And that is what it's all about. It's be able to know what drives these stocks that go up and goes down. And how do I know that? Because I was that ignorant 22-year-old kid, thought I knew the world and thought I need to learn indicators or anything else. But it all starts by being one of those kids like the person you see on that front page of the Forbes magazine about a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. And I was one of those kids. Now, over the years, I've been surrounded by some of the greatest traders and investors and hedge funds. I've learned so much about how to trade today's markets. And the thing is, I still learn new things every day, just like you. So if you want to learn how to trade today's markets, you got to surround yourself with people that are very good at it. I am also featured at NASDAQ. I'm going to talk about NASDAQ Book Viewer. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. I'm also featured. I've been featured on a lot of the financial stations out there. But the thing is this, what I enjoy most of all is not how successful I've been and been around for so long, but to teach you how to learn how to stop losing money, because that's been the biggest failure rate. Now, my goal today is this. I do these events every week. And my goal today is to try to recruit new traders that I could teach so we could trade together. Because what happens is a lot of my traders become very good and they graduate and they move on and they teach other people, maybe start their own trading rooms, maybe start their own schools. And I'm hopefully that you could be one of them. But I'm always looking to recruit new traders. And if you're someone that likes what you hear, hopefully be part of it. Now, I'm first generation Italian. My anniversary is actually tomorrow. That's my wife, Debbie. Forgot to mention that. Happy birthday, Debbie. Those are my three wonderful sons. I've been married for over 26 years. And I think a lot has to do that my dad always taught me, listen, you know what? Find a job that give you the convenience, you can spend more time with your family. Surround yourself with people that are really good at it. And believe me, it just makes things so much easier in life. But the thing is this, fellow traders, this is not about me. This is about you. Okay. I'm here to tell you a little bit about my story, but I'm here to kind of teach you guys a little bit about, hey, what was my journey that I started from the age of 22 years old as a day trader to now I am going to be 52 and talk to wonderful people like you. Jan, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I know she would be too. Now, let's talk about what happened in the NASDAQ. We've been having a huge run lately. And you could see that, I mean, we basically just tested over 20,000 on the NASDAQ. I remember the day when we were just breaking 1,000. Okay. We're at 20,000. It was 30 years ago. The thing is this, the big question is, getting, going out there and basically what's driving these stocks to go up and what is also driving them down. What is topping them off? Well, let's talk about what happened in past elections. All right. So the thing is this, we went from a Republican President Trump to a Democrat Biden. And remember, they both have two different ideologies. Some are big on defense, AI, energy, metals, infrastructure. This is the things that will kind of sway what happens to one market versus one another. And it's not only that, but it's also maybe a war. It could be, a catastrophe like COVID, whatever it is. And the thing is, there's always opportunities every day to trade today's markets. So I want to talk a little bit about this week. I want to talk about the big flavor, which is Tesla. Okay. Now, Tesla, you hear all the negativity that people want to give back their EVs. You know that we had a Democratic, which had been there for almost 4 years. They've been really big on EVs. Some EVs did really well. Some EVs went out of business. Okay. And, some of them are in the infrastructure of building charge points. You probably noticed that there wasn't many charge points very built, but they do got the money for it. And a lot of these stocks did great. And a lot of them went out of business. And the thing is, you probably never even heard of them before unless they, were in the news because of their, political backing of funding and all that stuff. But regardless of all the money you give towards windmills and, solar panels and, electric cars and rebates, they could still go out of business. Okay. But the one that's been surviving the most that did take a big hit was Tesla. But Tesla, obviously, one of the last Mohegans out there and the first Mohegan of the electric car business is obviously doing phenomenal. They took a big hit, but they made that news this morning. And the news is that they deliver more cars than they anticipated. So you can see here Tesla had a really nice move from 200 to 212. And not only that, but Tesla also has ETFs. You could trade TSLL. What else we have? I wrote them all down here because we all had them on list on our watches. TSDD, TSLZ, TSLR, TSLT, TSL. I mean, they're endless how many ETFs. There's the shorts, there's the longs, there's so many of them out there. But the question I have to ask all of you here is, do you guys short stocks too? Anyone here short? I know people get a little nervous on shorting. Just a quick yes or no. Anybody short? Jan, you short? Okay, good. I mean, I don't know there's nothing to be afraid of shorting. I mean, you can make money shorting. WBA was a good short, right? Walgreens, right? So Walgreens, brick and mortar, took a very big hit. It was a great opportunity. You could see what happened here in pre-market. Once the market opened up, the stock continued to go lower. Okay. Nike. You know what? Nike had a really nice run. Once the market opened up, earnings didn't sound too good. Boom. The thing just dropped all the way down to 75. So here you have what happened the day before. And then when the market opened up, you could see where it continued. So there's always opportunities to go out there. Now, anyone here trade options? Who here trades options? Now, do you understand that the underlying movement of the stock affects the options premium? So I want to tell you, Jen, and everyone else, and I don't know, Jen's the only one here that's having fun asking questions. Hector, I didn't hear from you. But the thing is this, if you want to be a good options trader, you have to learn how to be a good stock trader first. Remember, it's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. Okay. If you are a professional that rents houses all day, how do you know when it's time to buy? Right. Remember, who's more wealthy? The person who owns a house or the person who rents the house? So Tesla, there was some really good calls at 205. And Nike had some really nice puts at 77. But how would you have known that if you didn't even know what the stock was doing? So I just want to clarify this, is that there's a lot of people that come in here, they try options, they get themselves in trouble, and they end up blowing up their account. And then, like, I had a student yesterday, he's been taking a course for 3 years. 3 years. Loves the mentor, loves the school, but he's not making any money. 3 years. Could you imagine paying an employee for 3 years that you love working there and you're not making any money? There's only one job that I know that I would probably do that, and it's probably charity. Okay. I know I'm not going to make any money. All right. But I loved what I do. It's good therapy, and I feel like I'm doing good. I'm doing good in my life. But if I actually went out there and was actually trying to make money doing it, listen, let me give you everyone a little advice. If you're doing something more than 3 months and you're not making money doing it, 2 problems. Number one, you probably have a bad mentor, or 2, it's maybe not for you. So how do we find these stocks that are moving for the day? It's very simple. We just scan through our big percentage gainers and losers. That's pretty much it. We don't listen. Every day is a new adventure at Cybertrade University. So we always find new stocks. So hear about that crystal ball and all that crap. Listen, it's all right there in black and white. And not only that, but timing during the day also has a lot to do with it. First hour of the open, last hour of the close. Let me go back to that Tesla trade. Look what happened right here. When did the stock make its big move? Here's the open, 9:30, which is right here. This was the news that came out, which was at 9 o'clock. And right from 9:30 to almost exactly 10:30, had that big move, and now it's flatline. So when we'll have our second move? Probably in about another hour from now. And guess what? If you want to be able to see that, I just gave you my email address. You're more than welcome to come and join and watch it live. So let me clear the drawing here. Let me go back to the chart. Not only are there good day trades during the day, but there's also good days. And this week is obviously going to be a little bit more difficult. I could probably tell you this: Friday is going to be a really bad day, because tomorrow we have a half a day. Thursday's 4th of July, markets closed, and markets open up on Friday. But, a lot of people are going to be away going into the weekend. So usually Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, midweek, are pretty much the best weeks. And obviously earnings announcements are the best times at that time. By the way, if anyone here would like a copy of the mouse pad, you're more than welcome to send me an email. I'll be able to show you where you can get it if you'd like to sign up for it. But let me tell you, that thing will save you thousands. Now, like I mentioned earlier, finding these stocks are very easy, okay? It matters most is where the buyers and sellers are going to continue to buy and sell. So what we're going to talk about right now is something called level 3 and level 4. All right. Now, does anyone here, let me do a quick poll. I don't know if I could do this really quick if I have access to it. Maybe Greg, you could do it. Does anyone here have level 3 quotes? I guess that's basically my comment I want to add in here. Do I have a poll here? Oh, yeah, I do. I got the polls. Nope. I don't have access to it. Who here has level 3 quotes? 2 people. If you don't have it, just give me a no. Oh, there we go. We got the poll up there. Let's do the poll instead. All right. So as all of you are starting to fill this out, let me explain to you what we're about to learn right now. You're about to learn that why 90% of the traders lose money in trading. I'm going to teach you and talk about Wall Street's biggest secrets. The biggest secret is you have a seat on the exchange and you don't even know it. All right. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why. First of all, who trained you? Okay. That's the biggest thing. And the second reason is that nothing is free in this world. So I'm going to give everyone a warning. If you're not going to take the time to learn from somebody, go back to your day job. If you're not willing to spend a couple of bucks, quit your job, just get out of trading and go back to your day job again, because that is why a lot of people fail. Now, let me explain to what we got going on right here. We are looking, you are looking at right now what's called NASDAQ Book Viewer. And I'm going to give everybody my email address. If you want to get it, I'll tell you where to get it, and I'll give you a good sample video. You are seeing every single buyer and seller out there in the entire world. That's what you're seeing. Now, how do we use it is this. Here you have a stock, Tesla, when it was at 180, came all the way down, tested the 75, and shot right back up. Now, why did it stop at this 74 price? Well, when you look down the list of the buyers, the biggest significant buyer is right here at 174. That is that buyer there, and that is the support level there, okay? That is the only reason. It's not a Fibonacci. It's not a MACD. It's not a, let me share the results here because I'm going to show you. By the way, the results, if you all look at it, remember I told you 90% of the people fail? Look how many of you here click no. And I'm glad you're honest. And for everyone that did not answer that question, okay, I'll just take that as a no, and I'll tack on another 10% on top of that, okay? That is why people fail. Now, let me show you what it's like not only on a buyer, which makes a support, but let me show it to you on a seller. So here's a stock coin. It goes all the way up, hits a resistance, and then comes right back down to 250. Now, remember, when you buy a stock, you're looking for resistance. The only way you could see resistance is know where the sellers are. It's not what happened in the chart, because sometimes the chart is not indicative of the future. Can't predict the future. Sometimes it works, but you know what does work? This 100,000 share seller out there at 127. I mean, at 270. So why did it go down? That's the reason, because there's a big, what we call iceberg order out there. Now, just out of curiosity, is anyone here using, I mean, I asked everyone, it just shows you a lot of people here are not using level 3. But my question to you is this: how much smarter and better trading decisions would you have made if you knew you could see these 100,000 share buyers and sellers at these price levels? A lot, right? A lot better. Now, listen, I'm not trying to change your style. You might like something to what you're doing, but just think about this for a second. If you just were able to see where these orders are, you'll have a game plan and know where to get in, where to get out. And we call these big block orders iceberg orders. Now, the word of the day is iceberg. Okay. Now, I made a video on that one too. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I made a lot of shorts. Now, I know a lot of people want to sit there for, 40 minutes, an hour. But if you want to watch some nice 30-second clips, once again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. All right. Now let's go and there's the link right there. Let's go back and check a few more examples. AMD had a big drop. Okay. Now, you ever in a position, the stock is going down and you're freaking out. You got to know, like, why is it dropping on me? You're like, should I sell it now? What do we do? I mean, if you're in a situation, I'm just curious, from all of you, how do you deal with this? Do you sell it and just say enough's enough? What is your game plan? What do you do? Anything. Question mark, panic, call your parents. Hey, Ma, I own a stock. I just lost, $5 in 5 minutes. What do I do? Talk to your wife, your significant other. What do you do? Maybe call your kids. Hey, how would you deal with this? What do you do? What do you do? You know what I hear? Crickets. I hear crickets right now. Only one person. Two people. Hopefully you have the spread. Well, listen, if you haven't learned what I spoke about already, what drives a stock up and what drives a stock down? Everyone. It's two words. Everyone write S and D. Buyers and sellers. Can everybody put that in there? Just to see if you're all paying attention. Buyers and sellers. Like I told you earlier, if you do not believe that stocks are driven by supply and demand or buyers and sellers, you're wasting your time trading and you're wasting your time being here. Okay. And how do I know this? Because I was on the other side. I was you 30 years ago. All right. And the only way you're going to learn how to trade the market is you got to follow the big orders. So AMD's got a big buyer of 105,000 shares at 156. What do you think's going to happen on 156? Exactly. Took that big dive, hit 156, and shot back up to 160. Now, how many times have you bought a stock and as soon as you bought it, the thing goes down? Or how many times when you sold a stock like AMD and you held it for a big crash, you take a loss, and as soon as you sold it, the damn thing goes up. And then you're always thinking like maybe somebody's watching you. Listen, nobody is watching you. You are not watching them. That is the big problem. Let's see more buying. Revlon taking a big hit, okay? Coming down from 1640 down to 1480, right? What is it going to take it to go up? Well, when we look at the buy side and we go to the NASDAQ exchange, which is a seat on the exchange, which you all have access to, which people pay millions of dollars for, several years ago. Boom. What do you think is going to happen at $14.42, 72 cents with 144,000 share buyer? Exactly. Stock went up. I mean, did I lose anybody yet? Because I know every time I would listen to other people talk about options and indicators and futures and all that stuff, I kind of get lost. But are you lost? Jan, you're not lost. Lynn, are you lost? Gerard, are you lost? Alan, are you lost? Did I lose anybody yet? Everyone's following along. Great. Now, remember what I just told you. How are you going to make smarter and better trading decisions if you just don't know where these buyers and sellers are? So in other words, you're trading blind. Now, let's see what happens when a stock breaks resistance levels. Here's, what is this? Carnival Cruise Line comes out with earnings. Stock goes up. All of a sudden, you get a big seller of 140,000 shares at 1834. What do you think happens to that stock? Hold on, let me move this over here on the right. What does the stock do? Comes crashing down. Okay. Now, let me show you something here. This is the live markets. What is that right there? Back in July of 2023. Right around 18, right close to that $19, 18, whatever. Stock came down. What happened when it got close there again? Stock came down. What did it do again today? Actually, last couple of days, now it's on its way down. Okay. Do I rest my case? hold on, let me clear this out. I even got a better one here. Look at this intraday chart. What would it do today? Came close to that resistance of 18, came crashing down. So could have had a really nice short there, right? Let's see more selling. MLGO had a really nice run. Went from 14 to 1750 in about, I don't know, 30 minutes. All of a sudden, we come up to this 187,000 share seller at 1770 without even looking at a chart, without even trying to analyze, without even checking out the news. What do you think's going to happen unless that seller doesn't get done? Boom, stock hits that price in a matter of an hour. Now you go from you convert a winner now into a loser. Is that what you want? Now, who here would like to get the NASDAQ book viewer? Who'd be interested in knowing more about it? All right. If you have not emailed me, here's my email address. So I'm going to do this one more time because I'm still waiting for everybody in here to email me. So here's my email address. You type in Fausto P at ctucorp.com. And please, book viewer. Whatever you want to write. Whatever you like to write. Send me book viewer. All right. Could everybody do that right now? I'm just looking right now. So far, I got 3 people that emailed me back. Okay. 4. Honestly, I would expect every single one of you to email me today. Like, I mean, why would you not want to know where the big competitors are? Where are the big sellers? Where are the big market? Where is BlackRock? Where's Goldman Sachs? You think I care about John Doe? All right. You think I care about Fausto Pugliese? I can't move the market. I'm not a leader. I'm a follower. These people are trading hundreds of thousands of shares. Take my email and hit send. All right. Hit send, because this is what is going to change the way you look at the market. Now, really quick. I told you this before. This platform, when we started, we had to pay millions of dollars to have a seat on the exchange. I had to pay $1,000 a month just for the technology. Today, costs you $15 right from NASDAQ, the exchange itself. So think about it. The exchange now is giving you access to have a seat on the exchange. Why would you not want that? How many people here will pay $15 to do a tour to walk the exchange? We'll say, hey, you know what? I can walk on the floor. Well, I got news for you. You can't. All right. You can't. John Hall, I got yours. Kevin O, I just got yours. Thank you very much. Appreciate the vote of confidence. So think about this for a second. Think about this. Forget about having a ticket to go see the floor. Now you could actually have a seat, because the reason why you would want to go see the floor is you probably want to see what those market makers down there, those traders, what they're looking at, what they're buying, how they're trading. Well, I'm telling you right now, why would you not want it? Is beyond me. It is beyond me. Now, with that, I just got a couple of people here, just got registered. Shaniki, is that your name? Kramer, I got yours. Was this Ready? I don't know who you are, but Ready. By the way, if you guys got a name, attach a name to it at the end, because I don't know who you are. Some people I know you don't have your email set up right. So I like to always call you by your first name. Okay. But in this video, when you do email me, I'm not going to tell you where to buy it. I'm going to give you a 5-minute video, so at least you know how to set up the defaults, because you're going to get it. You probably make more harm than good. So let me show you a 5-minute video, just where to buy it and how to set up the defaults on it. Okay. All right. Now there is something called level 4. Now level 4 is a little bit more advanced. We were looking at a level 4 quote, and I was showing you that one right here with Tesla. And with the difference between this one is that this is where you get to see a lot more of the orders on a heat map. Now, it does cost more money. I'm not here to sell if you, I don't want you to even buy it. Okay. How about that? Okay. I'm not here. I don't work for these companies. I don't care. Okay. What I do care is that there are just way too many people that fail in trading, and there's just way too much negativity. There's way too much people out there that look bad on people that like us that teach you how to do it. And my goal is to stop that from happening, because the main reason why is it's not about, someone teaching you the wrong stuff. It's just like who taught you and not having the right tools. But you got to spend money. You have to spend a little money. It costs a little bit more, but you know what? I'd rather you start off with Book Viewer, get the orders. So basically what you're seeing is this right here on the right, which is good enough. I mean, you see the numbers and stuff, but level 4 just does it more in a heat map. That's all. You get to see how long they've been out there and everything else, which is great. But you're going to have to start you have to start and work your way up. Now, does anybody here have Thinkorswim? Anyone have Thinkorswim? Because you can get this through Thinkorswim. Now, Jan, let me ask you a question. That's a great question. Jan asked me had a question and said, do they offer a free, cheaper version? You mean of the NASDAQ Book Viewer or level 4? They do, but I would rather you not waste your time and money doing it. I'd rather you go out there and just practice with the raw data and then see what you get. You know what I mean? But they do have more of a lighter version. But as of right now, that's the least of your problems. Okay. That's the least of your problems. Right now, you just found out that you could follow orders. How about just doing that? Right. Now, listen, everything that I covered, I talked about, I'm going to invite you something even better than this. I'm going to show you live how to use it in my trading room. Right. So listen, how many times have you attended one of these webinars and they're here telling you, oh, you need this software, you need that software, whatever it is. How about this? How about if I told you that I'm going to show you live for a whole week how this stuff works? So you don't have to go out there and spend a penny on doing it. Wouldn't that help? Right? So let's do that. Now, let me clear this all out. Let me get my crayons out here. Move this over. And, like I said, here's a couple of examples of how powerful the tool is. You get to see the orders, how they move and everything else. Just like I showed you on Tesla. Now, just to remind everybody, if you have not subscribed to our channel regarding John, like you said, you have Thinkorswim. I have very good videos helping you how to set it up, how to work on Thinkorswim, how to plug in level 4, how to use Book Viewer, all these great videos. You know what? The thing is, I know a lot of you here like to watch videos and like to attend webinars, but to really get comfortable with somebody that's going to train you, you really have to kind of understand their type of style. So here's your chance. And not only that, but for being in 30 years, we have a 5-star rating on Google. I don't think anyone, not even some of the best restaurants and hotels and anyone has that. Why that is, read the comments and you'll know why. All right. Now, also, if you're a fan of Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, we have videos on there all day long. We have over 3,000 videos on YouTube. We have tons of postings. You'll get to meet our traders, all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe if anyone does any social media. All right. Cyber Trading University is also endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry. I don't think anyone here could probably say that. But everybody you see here, I've done public speakings for them. We've been endorsed by them. And trust me, if they endorse us, you could imagine they probably did their job on their compliance to know what we teach and if what we're teaching is actually working. So this is what I want you to do. I want all of you guys to join my trading room, okay? Because you got to learn before you can earn. And there are things that we're going to cover in our room that's going to teach you and show you everything we covered today within the past 45 minutes. So imagine being there all day for 7 days and not including that with demo videos and all that stuff. So it's because my goal here is just to kind of whet your appetite. I'm here just to give you a taste of what real traders really do. But if you're brand new, you know what? You got to start somewhere, but you're not going to learn this on your own. So this is what I'm asking everybody. Here's the link for our trading room. I'm not looking for free people to join. Okay. All I'm asking for is $9. That's it. It's an application fee to get into my trading room. For $9, you're going to get all these wonderful things. You're going to have morning and afternoon commentary. Okay. You are also going to get access to the full trading room. You're going to get access to how to set up level 2, level 3, level 4. I'm going to show you how to use it. I'm going to give you defaults. Okay. You're going to have access to our office. You're going to be able to talk to our instructors. This is all for $9. Now, this is an absolutely ridiculous price to give you all that access for that small amount of money. Now, why am I doing that? Listen, I would do it for free because I'm looking to recruit traders. But for me, I'm not looking for free people. Okay. So, and by the way, after a week, if you feel like I wasted your time, I'll give you $9 back. Listen, I don't need your $9. And one of the questions that did come across here, we are not going to bill you after 7 days, how other people do. You're not signing up for a subscription. You're not doing any of that stuff. Okay. So don't worry about it. All right. So if you have your phone, you could scan that QR code up on the screen, or you can click on that link right there and you could just register right now. Now, as a couple of questions that did come across that people ask, as some of you are registering, I'm going to go over some of the questions here. So some of the question is, you never heard of level 4 before. Why is that? Well, the reason why you have never heard about it is because who really trained you? Were there a market maker? Listen, I see people on YouTube that come on my feed all day long. Okay. I see kids that are big in video games. I see gym teachers. I see, engineers that come out with an indicator, but who really, is that who you really want to learn from? They're really smart. Okay. But before I was a trader, okay, only I was able to get into business. I had to be in the stock market. Okay, I had to be a stockbroker, and I hated it. And I've learned that the person that runs the whole stock market is the trading department. And unless this person actually worked as a floor trader, you're pretty much wasting your time. And that's the reason why you never heard of level 3, level 4 before. Okay. Now, how big of an account do you need to trade? Listen, $9 is all you need. Don't worry about what size account you have right now. That's irrelevant. That you can worry about later. Okay. Let's go out there and sample what it's about before you start making all these big investments and open up all these damn accounts. Because chances are most of you probably have the wrong brokerage account anyway. And the only way you're going to know that is I'm going to show you in the market. Okay. Now, these stocks you can trade with a regular brokerage account, every single one of them. We deal with only NASDAQ national stocks. We do not touch penny stocks. Okay. So I know people are anti-penny stocks. Hey, some people like them. Some people don't. I don't like them because I can't read the level 4 on them. They don't have level 4 quotes. All right. Everyone here that's going to have live access to the trading room, you'll be able to talk to an education advisor. You're all going to get what's called a orientation. You're going to talk to an education advisor. We want to make sure you have a good experience in the trading room so you know exactly what's going on. All right. You don't need any special tools, nothing. All you need is $9. That's it. That's the only thing you need as of right now. If you had access to watch this video right now, if you're watching recording or you're watching it live with me right now, you're in good hands. You're fine. So don't worry about technology. Okay. Now, to get started. That's the link. That's the QR code. This is everything that you're going to get. You're going to get the workshops. You're going to get Traders Talk Library. Oh, I forgot to mention one more thing. Not only are you going to get money back guaranteed, but I'm going to do one more bonus for you. If you register right now, I will personally talk to you on the phone. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, everyone, but anyone here ever was able to talk to the owner of the company that you took a school with? I have almost 99% positive if anyone here never spoke to the owner before. Now, you're probably asking, why would I do that? Well, let me ask you this. If you were getting surgery and putting your life on the line, wouldn't you want to have a meeting with the doctor first, then just deal with some nurse, or just working to the front desk and filling and dealing with the receptionist? Oh, yeah, whenever you're ready, we're going to do a heart surgery on you. Now, obviously, this is not a life or death thing, but to me, you could lose all your money. So we are going to have a conversation. I want to make sure this is for you or not. And, the thing is, if I'm going to go out of my way to teach you and train you and make you part of my team, I got to make sure that you're qualified. And listen, a lot of you are not qualified, and that's not a bad thing. That's okay. But it's better someone that tells you that's been doing it for 30 years and you go out there and try to do it on your own. Now, with that also, just to let you know, if you do register too, I'm also going to give you my book for free. Okay. Now, regarding about a couple of people that are registered, Mike, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. Who else I got here? Just read Gerard. I just got your registration from Tennessee. Welcome aboard. Royal, got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions, fellow traders? Listen, I can't force you or pressure you to do something, to go out there and buy this trial. But the thing is this: if you're looking to retire, okay, Social Security is not going to cover enough. You worked your ass off to save for this pension. You know how many people I know worked for 40 years and blew through that money within a year because they got involved in the wrong stock? Or, and I know you can't live off that. You got to build on it. This is your opportunity to do that. This is as cheap as a cup of coffee, right? At Starbucks, an expensive one if you live in New York. Why not know the real truth about it? Why not go out there and let somebody like us, experienced traders, to teach you how to do it before you go out and do it? Because this is what's going to separate you and part of the 90% failure rate. And going into an election year, depending on who's going to win it, it could really affect certain industries, military stocks, energy stocks, EV stocks. Just a list can go on and on and on. But go out there, make a small investment. The worst thing that could happen is that you learn something. All right. Any other questions? John, you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. And John, once again, make sure you leave a comment, like them, appreciate that. I actually just posted a nice long training video on there yesterday. It's brand new. It's going to do very, very well. If you want to jump on the bandwagon before, everyone else does, let me just bring that up for you. Where is it? YouTube. I just got a new video I just posted. Videos. Yeah, this one right here. How to start day trading for beginners 2024. I just posted it just yesterday. I think you guys are going to like it. All right, traders. So with that said, thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it. Make sure you book your appointments with your education advisor. Make sure you make your appointment with me. Like I said, this is your last chance. $9. Go out there, and like I said, if it doesn't work out, I'll give you $9 back. In the meantime, thanks for listening. Everyone enjoy their 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. And hopefully see you all in the trading room in the meantime. Happy trading, everyone.